Yo, hey, what's up, CBC's comic book collectors? It is Saturday, March 31st, and I have something to admit. I broke down. I broke down. I could not stay away from comic books this weekend. In my last video, I believe I mentioned something about I was going to hold off buying comic books only because this Tuesday, in a few days, this Tuesday, they're doing an Avengers vs. X-Men release at my local comic book store, all about books and comics. And they're kind of doing like a pre-release on Tuesday from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. They're having cake, discounts, auction on comics, and I want to go. I want to participate. I want to help support them, and have a good time with a bunch of other comic book collectors there. So, anyways, guys, speaking about I broke down. Today I went to a different comic book store because number one, I've never been there. It's somewhat close to my house, and I've heard a lot of good things about them, so I went. And you know what? I was really surprised on the amount of comic books they have, or at least the condition of the amount of comic books they've had. Okay, there are just a bunch of long boxes, and I picked up, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I picked up 7 comics today. Really good condition. Starting off, guys, let's go ahead and start off with Amazing Spider-Man number 249, as you can tell. This one is drawn by John Romita Jr., and the writer is Roger Stern. When I first saw this cover, I was like, dude, what is the Hobgoblin doing to Spider-Man? I was like, oh my god. And then there's the Kingpin back there. He looks jealous. He's like, what are you doing to my bitch? Anyways, speaking of 249, guys, this one's a really, really good cover. And following this 249, I picked up 250. The colors, the red, the orange, the yellow, the blues, it seems to go just all together. I really love these covers. And with these two covers, guys, I would have to say they're in the low 9s, mid 9s. I would say 9.2 to 9.6. They're in really, really good shape. I probably won't CGC them only because, I mean, they're really not that valuable. I think I bought them, this was for 15. I think I bought that for 10. But again, they're really nice covers. I love the colors. I did not read the storyline because they're such high grade. I just came home, put them in Mylar, and they're going in my box, my collection. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, if you guys are into cool art, Spider-Man, if you're still starting your collection with the Amazing Spider-Man, check out these ones because again, I'm pretty sure this camera doesn't do justice on what they actually look like. They're really, really cool. The next one, guys, I want to go and mention is Amazing Spider-Man number 261. Wow, this one looks really, really cool, guys. Let's pick this up. This one's awesome. This one, it doesn't look like as if it's painted. The penciler is Ron Finns. The colorist is Bob Sharon, I believe. Or I'm sorry, the cover artist, Charles Vess. It looks to be some type of color pencil. I'm not too sure. But it looks really, really good. It's just the colors, the medium that was used, it's different. I know you can't really tell in the actual camera here, but they're just different, and it looks really, really soft and nice. I love this cover. Again, this is issue number 261. Next one, guys, I picked up Amazing Spider-Man number 287. This one, he goes against Daredevil. There is a good fight scene at the very end where Daredevil goes up against the black costume Spider-Man. And to tell you the truth, it was a really good fight. It was not like this 1 or 2 panel or 1 or 2 page. I would say it was probably like 4 pages worth of fighting until the very end. They end up stopping because they were looking, or at least Spider-Man saw someone on a building, and both of them went to go investigate. So, and it continues on to issue number 288, which I don't have. But again, the fighting scene was pretty good, and it seems as if Spider-Man, the block has some Spider-Man, he was getting the upper edge on Daredevil. I was surprised. So, yeah, a really good cover. I love how they have these little sayings, these little word implementations on the cover. I love those type of cover, comics covers. Reminds me of the old school, the 60s type covers. But yeah. Next one, guys, the last Spider-Man that I picked up was Amazing Spider-Man number 346. I have another copy of this, which I'll probably put in my trade pile. This one, however, is a high 9. I would say 9.6 or even a 9.8 if I want to go that far. But it is in really, really good condition. And I love that cover with Venom. Reminds me of that old Silver Age cover of Dr. Octopus with Spider-Man, kind of like a mirror. Spider-Man in Dr. Octopus's glasses. Lastly, guys, I picked up 2 comics that I wanted to go ahead and complete my mini-series on of Severed. I'm not too quite sure if a lot of you are familiar with Severed. Severed came out, I believe, last year in October, November. And it's by Image. The writer is Scott Snyder, and there are a couple artists, Scott Tuft and Attila Fataki. Ooh, I probably butchered that name. Sorry about that. But the artwork, guys, is really cool, and the storyline, you guys know Scott Snyder. It is very, very cool. Anyways, the series finished off about 2 months ago, but I unfortunately did not have issue 5 and 6. It's a 7-part series in this mini-series, and I just had issue 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 7. So at this new comic book store that I went to, I picked up the last 2, 5 and 6, which is right here. I picked these 2 up in perfect condition. I was actually very happy that they had them there. And to finish to complete my miniseries. Now, if some of you don't know what Severed is, Scott Snyder wrote a really, really cool horror story. This is a horror story, maybe suspense if you want to put in there. And it's basically, just to give you a quick synopsis of the story for you horror fans, it's basically about a demon or, I don't know, some type of evil guy right there that apparently has been around for hundreds of years. And what he does, he stalks his victims. He stalks them, and he eventually kidnaps them, and he takes them to his house, and he cuts them up, and he eats them. That's what he eats. That's what he does. And let's say, for example, every victim that he's eaten, he basically carves or tattoos a little symbol on his arm or in his body about that victim. Now, what I mean by that, let's say if he kidnaps a musician and that person plays, I don't know, a guitar, he'll end up tattooing or carving a guitar on his arm to basically remember, you know, I killed this person, he was a musician, and I ate him. So that's kind of creepy. The story ends with a quick twist that leaves you guessing, like, oh wow, oh shit, you know, I better, yeah. I don't want to say too much, guys. I don't want to really get up the end of the story, or at least the beginning of how it starts off. But it's a really, really cool story, guys. I have not seen a trade paperback yet, but the issues are somewhat hard to find. I'm pretty sure you can get up on eBay. I know at my comic book store that I go to, they sell 1 through 7 in a bundle, I think for like 35 or 40 bucks. But I can't say what condition they're in. I do know the number 1, the first issue has, I think, 1 or 2 or 3 reprints. So I'm pretty sure if you don't want to spend that much money, you can probably go to eBay and pick up the 2nd or 3rd printing of Severed number 1 for pretty cheap. And this way, you know, it doesn't put you in the predicament of, you know, spending $15 and then you don't like it. You know what I mean? So check it out, guys, or at least pick up Severed number 1, because I remember when I read it, I was like, wow, Scott Snyder did a really good job. I can't wait for the other issues. And yeah, soon enough, I picked up all 7. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, let me know. But expect another video out on Tuesday. Until then, guys, hit me up, let me know, and peace.